Oh, I'm Larry. I'm from Baltimore, and I'm going to share a story about being the new person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, growing up, I moved around a lot, so I was always the new kid. And sometimes I'd come to school like a week or two late because of enrollment and everything. So I was always a disruption of sorts. I'd come in, they'd pick my seat for me, and then I was just so used to people always having opinions on who I am before they even get to know me. And sometimes good, sometimes bad, but they're like, oh, he's gonna be into this group, he's gonna fit in with this group. And people would be so quick to, oh yeah, you're gonna like walk with us, you're gonna hang out with us, you're gonna be like us. And mind you, they would know nothing about me. And I thought that was kind of interesting because I realized people do that every day. No matter where you go, people always are gonna have opinions about who you are and who you should be. But it's always up to you to decide.
What do you, like, where do you take that with your other parts of your life? Like, do you feel like now that you're not necessarily hopping schools all the time, you're out of school, I assume, what do you do with that learning? Like, I feel like that's such a really important, valuable lesson, but it depends on how you adopt it or internalize it.
And you're asking, where do I do it at today?
Yeah, like what do you do with that learning now? Yeah.
Well, now I don't really internalize people's opinions. I really am big on what I want to do and how I want to do it. I don't mind being controversial. I don't mind standing out, because if you want to avoid criticism, like, you shouldn't do anything, you know? So I think it's so cool to just do stuff, and it's like, oh, I get to do things that I really actually want to do. Not because someone told me to, not because someone wanted me to, but because I know in my heart, this makes my life more fulfilling. And I think that's so fun. Like, it just makes life so fun.
It's really powerful. I think, takes a lot of people time to learn that lesson. And the fact that you got to learn that at a younger age is so powerful, because it means you have your whole life to just do whatever you want.
Yes.
Where did you get the power to say, like, this is what I get to do with not caring about anyone else's opinion, instead of like succumbing to other people's opinions of you?
You saying, where did I get that from?
What was the catalyst?
Oh, the catalyst? I'd
Yeah.
say my mother.
Uh-huh.
My mother, she's very much her own person, and she's the same way. She's very, why would you want to be like anyone else? She always thought that was the worst thing you could do, is be like everyone else. The worst thing. Why would you want to look like everyone else? Why would you want to dress like, if that's what they're doing, you need to do something different though. If they're going that way, you go this way. And I think that, in conjunction with my experience, it just made it so like freeing and fun to just be me all the time.
Yeah.
Because of her. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
How could someone learn from your lived experience and like your power, right? Because I don't know if everyone has that same strength or in like confidence, probably. How could someone learn from what you've learned?
I'd say, and this might sound a bit odd, but kind of do the wrong thing on purpose. Like, be controversial on purpose. Like, do things knowing you might get a not so good reaction. That way you can create space for you to do things that you want to do. If you get used to getting those negative reactions from people, then when you do something that you want to do and you get those negative reactions, it just goes right over you. Like, lean into it. Do it on purpose. Do it knowing people aren't going to like it, but knowing that it's what you want,
It's like you feel it in your body when you're like, yeah, this feels right, So you must be really connected with like, where it's like, yep, do this.
100%.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, and I love it, yes.
Where does that land with you all? Do you feel like that resonates with either of you?
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I feel like we're all very free spirits, very comfortable being who we are and, like, honest about it. And, okay with, like, our differences, like, that doesn't mean that, there has to be any judgment or that we can't get along. And it's, something I really connect with and love about them, too. So,
Yeah. It's freeing, right?
Yeah, very much.
That's what's understatement.
Understatement?
Yeah.
It captures a whole...
There's just an openness.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's kind of like why you all maybe allowed me to sit down and do this with you all.
I think so.
Yeah. You're like, okay, this feels fine. I appreciate that. That feels...
talking about it too.
Yeah, we do.
I think it's so cool. We think it was like amazing. So we're like, yeah, like people need to hear about this. People need to see it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
My name is Fola. I'm from Baltimore, East Baltimore. My prompt is a moment in your life that equally surprised you and brings a smile to your face when you remember it. Something that just, kind of like sticks in my mind and that transformed me was when I was like 12, 13, our school didn't have any like girls sports teams. So I made like a petition, like, and got all the girls to sign it, like, what sport would you guys like to do? And we ended up choosing basketball. I wanted to do softball. I actually sucked at basketball, but I was like, hey, this is what, we
We're
chose.
doing it.
Yeah. So I was actually like the worst player on the team. So like every day I would play the best player on the team and practice like religiously. And then like something that helped me was telling myself, when I shoot the shot, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. And that's when I learned the power of the mind and not to give up when you're not good at something immediately. And not to be embarrassed of not being good at something in front of people. Yeah.
That's really important. That last part about like not being embarrassed about not being good at something.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what all you all have experienced in your lives, but I feel like there's so many times where we need to be new at something. And like that's part of living and like that's part of growth. But if you're not comfortable being bad at something or feeling incompetent or feeling like not as good as everyone else, then you don't ever go do that thing, right?
Right.
So the fact that you can do that, that's really cool.
Yeah, thank
And
you.
like, so do you feel like you can handle change fairly easily?
I think there'll always be, something that's hard about like change. But I think I accept it and I know that it's coming. But yeah, it doesn't mean that it's not hard, but I think that, something being hard doesn't mean that I shouldn't do it or that I should be scared of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a different feeling, right? Like there's the feelings of like, you should do this, you shouldn't do this. This is scary, but scary isn't always bad.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there can be like an excited scared versus a, repulsed kind of scared, like never, yeah.
So did you get good at basketball?
I did.
Yeah.
I actually made like a really good shot, like in the game. It was like a half court shot. It was like a big deal for me.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Where does that show up in your life now? Like, where do you see it the most?
Just on my perspective about the power of the mind and like if I want to do something, affirming myself that I can do it, like learning, how I can do it. Yeah, it's embedded in me. Like I really think that the mind is very powerful.
It is really powerful.
Yeah.
What's really interesting is like as you're talking, I'm thinking about a few different events in my life. When I was in middle school, 8th grade, whatever age that is, we also didn't have girls sports, and there was a petition that was put out there to play soccer, and I opted in because I was like, oh, everyone is new, so I could be new with everyone else, and I won't feel stupid for not knowing how to play, because I did not play sports. I'm actually not real coordinated when it comes to organized sports. And I don't think I had the same attitude that you had. I was really excited to try it, and I was really excited to like jump in. And then I realized that everyone else had played like travel sports prior to our school organizing, and I was really bad, and they were really good. Well, they weren't really good, but they were definitely way better than me.
Yeah.
And I kind of took that as like I don't know, I guess I let it defeat me in some way. And it's interesting to hear what a different experience you had because you were like, no, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. And how that maybe has like transformed your whole lived experience. Like, I think I use my mind in other areas in my life to make things or to do things or to be brave about a lot of stuff. But I can definitely see where my defeat shows in other areas. So it's just really neat to hear your perspective on that and like hear how different of a lens you get to have in life.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, it almost makes it kind of sad to hear that from you. I'm like, we could have been friends. I would have played with you.
I gotta learn from you. That's awesome though. So what do you hope that people learn from that, like from that mindset or from like the power of the mind?
I guess to just go for it. Like it's okay to not, be good at something or to start off not being good at something. It would have been okay if I never got good at basketball, Definitely that, like, yeah, to be comfortable. I think in that sense, people accept you actually, and you'll attract people that are willing to help you. And it's not as scary as you think.
Love that. Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. More, and then hold the mic real close. There you go.
Okay.
Because I want to hear your story.
Oh, that's the thing. I don't think I have a story.
Okay. Well, start with. How about this? Start with what came up for you, and I'll ask you some questions about it. Because there's a reason why you want to share it, or why it like surfaced, and it doesn't have to be a profound story. It can just be meaningful to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. My name is Faheemah, Baltimore native. And I picked the tradition card, share a story about tradition. My family has a personalized birthday song.
For each person or for everybody?
For everybody.
Okay.
And I never realized how special that was until I got older, and how much you would just sing songs. Like we would have like specific songs for specific things. Like we going on a car ride, we have a car riding song. We making a specific dish. We made a specific jingle for that food. So that just sparks joy in my spirit thinking about it. But yeah.
What's the visual you get when you think about that?
Ooh, the last time we sang it, it was for my mom last month. So I just see her at the table when we singing it. And my grandpa, he'd be singing it too, because I think he made it up. But my grandpa is 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's sharp. He's sharp. And yeah. So
He's 100 years old and he's still singing? That's incredible.
Singing, walking, dancing, reading, preaching, telling stories.
What's his secret?
Bananas, wine, joy,
Joy.
walks. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us more about, all right, so you're picturing your mom smiling, everyone's singing, your grandfather's singing. Where were you in that moment? Like, what were you, like, where are you in the group? Where are you in the song and in the participation?
Just at the table, like standing around, like just kind of noticing and acknowledging everybody, like, wow, we're all here and we all know this song and we still singing this song, you know, years later. Yeah, just acknowledging that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like,
Sean, come on. Oh my gosh, no, because I'm going to cry, so no, I can't. No.
Can you teach to us? We'll take it with you.
Oh my gosh, okay. So it starts off with a special song, and then it goes into the happy birthday song. Okay. I'll sing it, okay. It's like, okay. Oh, it's somebody's birthday, their first day on Earth Day. We hope you are happy today. Let us all give a toast to our most darling host, 'cause it's somebody's birthday today. Happy birthday to you.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
And they literally do it for everybody?
Yeah.
That is so sweet. Have you recorded it ever?
Yeah.
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 And you'll just have it forever. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it made you emotional, and you also said it makes you feel so much joy. Can you talk to me a little bit about like those two different like extreme emotions that came up for you?
No, because I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
I mean, no, I don't know.
Your family means a lot to you.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, they do. Ooh! Girl. Where did you come from? You want to tell stories?
Sorry. Didn't tell you they could provoke feelings.
Yeah. I mean, they're happy tears, like, I think I just get really like emotional thinking about like shit. You know, happy memories, because it can be really hard for me to do that. That's been really hard for me to do. But damn. But that really, yeah, that makes me really happy.
Not everyone can say that about their family. So the fact that it provokes such like strong positive emotions is really special. And I think like right now even it's like even more important for us to see like how important families can be and like how positively impactful they can be. I don't know. I just think it's really special and inspiring that you're able to feel all of those feelings and that it takes you to really good places.
Yeah.
And that you're sharing that joy with us.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you for like you were reminding me of that right now. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you hope someone who maybe stumbles across this video like can learn from your feelings and like connection to your family?
Just be present. Like be present. I think that's a good one. Yeah. Just be present. Cause time moves real quick, real swift, and it goes away. But yeah.
That's a good one. That's a really good reminder. With that, I am curious if you all would flip through here and pull a curious card that you have based on what each person shared. So like you would pull one for her and one for him. You would pull one for her or one for her. Can you read both of them out loud?
Oh, I love these. Did retelling the story bring anything up for you? And what was it like carrying that weight of your identity? I'm going to answer this one. What was it like carrying the weight of your identity? It was heavy. Like, that was a lot. Like, because I feel like I had to sit with, like, oh, everyone thinks I'm this type of person, but I know I'm this other type of person. So now it's like, since I've decided in that moment who I am, the strengths and weaknesses of that type of person and what that's like, and seeing that play out as I exist, that was like a lot. And then you have to like, I guess I see identity as like a constantly changing thing. So I had to like, oh, I'm this type of person, but I see it has these weaknesses. So then you got to ask yourself, well, who am I again? And then redecide who you're going to be. And I think that was like, that was hard. Like, I didn't know that was, I thought it was just like, oh, I'm going to be a baker. And then you're just a baker for the rest of your life, you know? But it's like, no, Monday I felt like a baker. And then Tuesday I feel like a blacksmith. And because I didn't like that bakers have to wake up so early to bake the bread, and blacksmiths can wake up a little later. Like, you know, you.
It's like you wanted to put yourself in a box, but you couldn't.
I could not.
Yeah.
And just realizing that I was just, I think only now at my current age, like, am I realizing it's such a more open, it's just changing. It's always changing.
Yeah. And there's nothing linear about it.
No, at all.
Yeah.
Like, and you can't compare it to anyone else's because it's so, I wouldn't say fragmented, but abstract. Yeah.
Do you feel like, I have a follow-up question to that, sorry. Whoever asked these questions, these are both great questions. Do you feel like social media reinforces that you have to be a thing and like you have to like live it through and through, or do you feel like you get that from like other places in your life?
I think I got it from a lot of places. I feel like social media can reinforce it, but I feel like it can also like alleviate that because, you know, you can have your profile set up a certain way. And I think rebranding that profile and changing it to who you are today can really like feel really validating as like, oh yeah, this is me. Like this feels right. But I don't really, you know, I do my best not to internalize other people's opinions. So it's a little different, but yeah.
Thank you. Anything else you all want to know about what he just shared?
What color is the story that you shared?
What color is it? If I had to give it a color? For me, it feels like a yellow-black swirl.
What? How did you know that?
I know I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I
Definitely
love
feels like a
that.
little black swirl.
Okay, did you all all study art together? Like, what is happening? I know you're friends for a while, but
Yeah.
like, what's the crossover in art? Because you're all artistic.
Oh yeah, I know you make music. You do a lot of different things. Yeah, she has a long resume.
Okay.
I spray paint and do graffiti. I've been drawing
Cool.
for a while. Yeah.
Okay.
But I feel like we're all really connected, and I think we do our best to be transparent with each other. And because of that, we get to connect even deeper, and a lot of communication becomes like intuitive almost. And it's ironic, we were talking about it earlier, because we had a conversation like over messages, I think, and she was like, I felt, mind you, the entire conversation was very cordial, but she was like, I felt you got upset with me, and I got a little upset, and I was like, I felt you get upset that I was upset. And we talked about it like a few weeks later, and it was so funny because we didn't say anything in
You just felt it.
We just knew. Yeah.
That's really special.
Yeah.
That's a really special relationship.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Larry.
Yeah, of course.
All right, let's do our questions for Faheemah. Did I say it right? Oh, yes.
I'm curious. I want to know more about blank.
Who asked the blank? Okay.
I want to know more about who started.
Oh, who started the song?
I really have no idea. I have no idea. I'm gonna ask and I'm gonna report back because I really have no idea. I want to sing my grandpa because my grandpa like had dreams of being a singer.
Oh.
Yeah, remember? No, you weren't there that day. But yeah.
I want to play this game with your grandfather.
Huh?
I want to play this game with your grandfather.
Oh my God. He would love this game.
You tell me when and we'll come. We're
Oh my
coming on
God.
over.
He would love this.
Yeah?
He would.
Okay, so I'm serious. You tell me when and we'll come play.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we can exchange it.
Uh-huh. Okay. I would like that. All right, so since you don't know more about that, is there anything else you want to share with us about that question?
No.
Okay. That's cool.
Can I answer the other
You
one?
can do whatever you want. Yeah. That's kind of the beauty of this game.
Yeah. Okay, the question is, I'm curious, how did this moment change you? I don't know. I feel like surface level, like I can't say, but like in my heart, it's like there's like a special little memories door, and it's like, oh, we're gonna go down memory lane, and then we're gonna go to Song Street, and it's like all the songs in there. Yeah.
Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
What about this moment right now? Do you think you know?
Yeah. I'm gonna think about it a lot. Cause like, I don't know. It just feels like a full circle day today. Like, yeah. And I just been thinking about like, cause we're about to make a big move, thousands and thousands and thousands of miles.
Really? Where?
Thousands. I don't feel like comfortable saying
okay. That's fine.
Can I tell you?
You said this is a full circle moment because you have a big life change happening or just a moment, chapter in your life. Why does this make it a full circle?
Well, okay. Sorry.
Or tell us not to record, whichever.
It's just a bit like, I don't know how to explain it. It just is. I don't know how to explain it. Damn.
That's fine.
Y'all want to say how? Do y'all feel like that too? I don't know. Yeah.
It was something you responded to
today.
I guess today I guess it's even like I think I know what you're talking about, like the fact that you're here like asking questions or just kind of having this open conversation. We were talking about
Yeah, that is crazy.
Right. Yeah, we were talking about
Earlier today we were just talking about so sad, but we were just talking about
Can you share them?
transparent.
Sorry, I know that makes it so awkward.
Earlier today we were on the phone before we came out here, and we were just talking about how nice it is to have friends that like you can just have transparent conversations with, because so much gets swept under the rug. There's so much that goes unsaid, and you just have to like move forward. But to really be like, hey, that night when you were like upset with me, and I was like, what was that about? Like, can we like talk about it? Can we like unpack it real quick just to make sure we're like on the same page? And how nice that is to really just have that clear communication, like how freeing that feels. But how you also, it's hard that you can't have that with everyone, you know, because some people may see that as an attack on them personally. And so I think it may feel full circle possibly because these are some very transparent questions.
I'm glad it feels that way.
Yeah. It always feels nice to share with like, you know, your friends pieces of you and then learn pieces of them and then just kind of like cross weave yourselves together a little bit. Like it's nice. It's pretty.
That's cool. I think what's really neat is like as friends that have been friends for a while, that you still get kind of access to new stories or maybe new perspectives from each other. And I think that's so important for longevity in a friendship or in any relationship, right? Like that you can always get excited about learning something new. But I'm glad that this came full circle and kind of served a piece in that experience.
Okay. The behind the scenes person who wasn't part of this story but influenced the story, I would say was my best friend, Angry. Wow. Our friendship started because so I grew up vegetarian.
Okay.
And I used to bring lunches that were not conventional or like seen. And like a lot of kids would like think that was weird. I used to get judged for it. But one day, her name was Angry, and she sat next to me and she said, why is that like a lettuce wrap? What are you eating? And then like I got defensive. I was just like, oh my God, like she's judging me. And then like we just had like I guess not liking each other thing for like a very short moment, but then like we got paired at the same table in class. And I was like, wow, this girl's cool. Like she's so cool. And I realized she was just asking out of curiosity. But she was just like very like supportive and accepting of me, although I was a very like different kid or weird kid. I think like her friendship like definitely gave me some of the strength to just like openly be different.
Yeah.
We're still friends to this day. She's an amazing person. Like, I love that girl.
So she's still in your life?
Yeah.
I love that. Do you feel like that played a big role in originally when you talked about like mindset and like basketball and all of that stuff? Like that, I see where those two things could also parallel, right? Because you said in your very first story that you were afraid to like not know what you're doing, or that it was okay to like be a beginner at something or not be good at something.
Yeah.
And that's not a normal feeling for a young person to have, I don't feel like, or I just haven't been exposed to it. So I guess my curiosity there is like, do you feel like those overlapped, that like acceptance of who you were and that like support of your seemingly difference from other folks or other young people?
Like the support of my friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think so. I think like being her friend like taught me, oh, like it's okay if like, you know, someone thinks that this is different. Like we can just like talk about it or laugh about it, like be interested in it. Yeah, like she was one of the first friends that just like accepted and seen that about me at the same time. Yeah, she made an impact.
It seems like it. It seems like it, and that's awesome. I wish everybody got a friend like that.
Yeah, man, I felt so lucky to have her. Yeah.
What else? What follow-up questions do we have? Or thoughts or ideas or things? Oh, you're going to push her that way?
In what way was this story a habit forming?
I have a question.
Okay. This, I feel like it was habit forming in the sense of like how I continue to go about things, like with music. You know, I went for a while being like very private about being a performer. Because my music taste was different too. But then I just kind of like cracked out of my shell and I was like, you know what? Okay, like in high school, I would just like perform in the hallway, and it wasn't for anyone, but it was like, it's okay if someone sees it. And then like it turned into a thing where I was doing it in front of people. Or just like the way I was dressing, that was different too. And it was just like, you know what, that's okay. Like just kind of just being in the habit of accepting myself. I feel like if I didn't have that friend, I feel like I would be more introverted or a little more private, because there were people that were my friends in like elementary, middle school, but at the same time I didn't feel fully accepted by them.
Yeah.
You know, they were kind of like sometimes my friend and then would bully me a bit, but she was just grounded and like impatient and just down to earth. Like yeah, she made an impact. Yeah.
That's really powerful. I'm just going to repeat what you said just because I know that it's not going to translate. So you said that one person, one thing could shift everything. Is that what you said? Yeah.
And I know I was watching a video on it, and they were calling them like contingents. It was some big thing, like YouTube video, and they were like, yeah, a lot of random things happen in the world, but it'll always be like, it'll all boil down to like one event.
That like opened it up.
Yeah, or like one person, one event that like really turned the entire thing. And I think that is so cool and the person usually doesn't even know.
Oh yeah.
They rarely know that.
They're in the background, or they passed you by, or like whatever, and then all of a sudden you're like, they mean so much to me, but they don't even know that I exist, maybe, or they don't think about me anymore, or whatever. Yeah.
I know I got to be a part of, like, I got to be that person for someone recently.
Can you share the mic? Since he's gonna tell us a story, I'm here for it.
I do have
Yeah,
I thought
bring
this
it
was
on.
cool, and I wanted to tell you guys this too. So I have an apartment with my roommate, right? My best friend, amazing, right? You know, she writes. I was helping one of our neighbors move out a bit, and she had this box of books, and she was like, "Do you want some books?" And I was like, you know, I could look through a bit. I took them down. I seen this one book by Rumi. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I think my roommate would love this. You know, she loves Rumi, yada yada. I go and I take it into the apartment, and I'm like, oh, I found this book. You know, the lady was giving the books out, and she's like, I just put this book in my cart. Like, I was about to buy this.
And you just gifted it.
Yeah, and I was just like, and it just reminded me of her, and I never would have thought any of that was happening, but that exact book she wanted, and I thought that was so cool. So
and you got to play that role for her.
Yeah, so to think about that, I'm like, that happens all the time, and you never know, like, when you're that one person for somebody. I'm like, that's so cool.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Such a good reminder to like be present. You said it, yeah, to be present and to like really pay attention to those small things that happen. Like the most ordinary thing can absolutely open up the doors for your life. And I just think that's a really, really, really valuable reminder and lesson. I really appreciate you all sitting and chatting with us today and letting us like interrupt your cool sunset situation, because this was really awesome and unexpected. And I hope we can stay connected, because I really just want to know all of you.
Yeah, this was not an interruption.
Okay, cool.
It was what's that word? Addition or
Enhancement.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you.
Let's enjoy this memory.
Right time, right place.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for like putting the right vibes out so that we came on over. Thank you.